Hi friends. Now I did say in my last video, my braces video, that I was going to do a video about 5 golden rules of keeping safe on the road. That one is coming, but meanwhile someone has requested that I do a video on how to steer. Now this is one of the difficulties that learners can face when they're first learning to drive. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be turning my camera around so that you can see my hands, and I'm going to show you and talk through how to steer. People have a lot of myths and misconceptions about steering when you're learning to drive. There's often talk about, oh, you mustn't cross your hands and things like that. To be honest, that is not disastrous. As long as you get to where you want to get to safely, that is the main priority. So the odd bit of hand crossing is not really going to fail your test for you. Well, it isn't going to fail your test for you. If you did it really badly and you didn't get, and you hit the curb or something, then obviously that's not going to be great, is it? But yeah, we do something called the push-pull method, which is a really strange expression really, but basically when we're steering, we often have one hand, whichever way you're steering. If you're steering to the right, then your right hand is going to be the hand that's going to lead, it's going to pull, and the other hand is going to sort of slide down. If you're going to go left, then your left hand is going to go high on the steering wheel and pull, and your right hand is then going to slide down. You pass your wheel from hand to hand, but I'm going to show you that in just a moment, okay? And I hope you enjoy this video. So, something that learners may not realise is that if you've turned your steering wheel a certain amount of way round in a circle, you've got to turn it the opposite way the same amount. I'm going to show you. So, I'm going to go right. I'm going to stop at this T-junction when I can see to my right. Back into first gear. I'm going to look both ways. Now, my right hand's going to be a bit high. So what you have to really realise, look, is that I've turned the wheel about 360. It's got to go back the same amount. Did you see? Now my wheels are straight. Otherwise, you'll just keep going right and you will end up mounting the curb, okay? So you'll often find that when you've done your first bit of the steer, the straightening is a little bit quicker. And because it's a little bit quicker, as a learner, if you go slow, you will have time to do it. So I'm going to do turning right on a mini roundabout. So I'm going to slow. I'm in second gear, I'm hoping to keep going. So watch my hands. I've gone right, but now I've got to go, I've now got to straighten my wheels, okay? Do you see how that works? I'm really, really hoping this video is a big help to you. I'm going to turn left, I'm signalling left. Watch how my left hand moves, and I pull with my left and I kind of slide my right hand. Can you see? So I'm turning my wheel. Now I'm going to straighten, my right hand goes up there. Notice how I did that, okay? And I'm going to go right here, so I'm signalling right, and I'm just going to stop at my junction and have a little look both ways. I'm in first gear, and watch I'm steering. I'm actually starting to steer just before I pull away, and then that left hand moves back up and I straighten, okay? I'm going to pull in on the left, so I'm going to steer slightly to the left. Don't need to do a lot of hand movement here, I'm just going to come to a stop, okay? Now, maybe if I turn the car around, it will really show you what sort of steering I'm doing. So I'm going to turn the car around to face the other way. So my right hand is high, to take the handbrake off, nothing's coming, and I pull with my right and I slide. See what's happening? I kind of pass the wheel, and then I'm going to pass the wheel back. So that's the first part of what some people know as a 3-point turn, but we actually call it a turn in the road, okay? So watch my hands, okay? And then again, just roll and stop here. Right hand's going to go high because I'm going to pull to the right. Turning the wheel. So I'm just going to drive in a straight line now, and I'm just going to talk about steering. Basically, what you don't want to do is, you don't want to be holding your steering wheel too tightly. You don't want to have your knuckles absolutely white on the steering wheel as though you're terrified. Loosen your grip. You're still holding it, but you're not going to hold it too tightly. Your hands are either going to be about 1/4 to 3 or about 10 to 2, okay? And if I want to pull in, if I was going to do a big turn, I don't want to do that. Notice my hands? I really want to move my hands on the steering wheel. I'm going to come to a stop for a moment. I'm going to drive on now. And as I'm pulling away to the right, my right hand is pulling, can you see? And then I kind of take control a bit with my left hand. I've got to just time it because I've got a van coming towards me. So I'm going to dip in slightly, just a tiny steer there. So often it's very small steers. What you don't want to do is do massive steers suddenly, because your car can end up going somewhere you don't want it to go. Now another thing with steering is, do not look at your hands when you're steering. You don't need to, that is not going to help you. You're going to look up the road, and I call it high eyes. You kind of look very high up the road, and then your brain says, oh, that's where you want me to go, is it? And then you'll go there. I'm going to stop at this T-junction, into first gear. Now, because I'm going right, see, I've started turning my steering wheel. It's about a 360 degree turn, and then 360 degrees turn back. Did you see that? I hope you did. I'm into second gear now. Little steers because I'm just on gradual bends. What I'm not doing, as you see as I go around the bend, I'm not just doing this. I am moving my hands. Let's turn left and I'll show you. If I try and turn around here without, I'm going to run out of steer. It's like, oh, I can't steer now, and I've got to cross hands. Did you see how that happened? So moving your hands is really, really important. And I would say that when you're learning it, go slow, because you've got to match your skill with your speed. And if you go too fast around corners, you will not have time to think, and it won't go nicely, and then you'll end up going home not having enjoyed your driving lesson. And it's really, really important to go home and think, do you know what, I really enjoyed that. Although I was nervous, I feel I've learned things. I'm going to pull up on the left, and I hope that this has helped anyone who's got trouble with steering. But if you want to make any comments below, ask me any questions. I'd also love some likes and subscriptions. So I will talk to you another day. Okay, bye.